Hi, welcome to She Spice. So you all Radar Online got its hands on the 40 pages of Kim's Scandalous book. Furthermore, man, does it have the web talking yes. This is a similar detailed storybook that the entertainer was chipping away at before she died, the one that was going to uncover every one of the skeletons about the Diddy, and the one that Diddy supposedly unlived her for. And man, do fans comprehend the reason why he needed to take such extreme estimates. Kim wasn't precisely maintaining mysteries when that's what she got penned, and got this recall how the web has been scratching its head over Corey Bett being available at the crime location. No doubt, well, it would seem the Kardashians might have been involved also, and Kim tells everything in her book too. Be fair, nobody feels that Diddy did every last bit of it alone. He had help, and Corey seems that way individual for the gig, since he is reputed to be his cousin, all things considered. Exactly what's the cup? Connection here is the original copy genuinely. Are we at last near settling the secret of Kim's passing? How about we find out? And Pillager Online has just dropped simply these 3 pages out of the 40-page composition of Kim Dorman's TLA book, so I couldn't envision what the other 37 pages will resemble. The apparitions of the past. Radar Online, without a doubt, knows how to work up some show. Obviously, they got a blaze drive from a source who got it from somebody exceptionally near Kim and Diddy. And yes, this streak drive supposedly contains 40 pages of Kim's composition. Does it contain her life illustrations? No. The book goes into insight regarding the sort of abuse Kim endured at Diddy's hands and how he acted in the background during one occurrence. Kim discussed how she needed to tread carefully around him. "You should plunk down for this one," she composes. "We should go out for supper." Yet he was feeling foul. Sean shouted what the FBI would need to tread lightly as I emerged from the washroom. Yet I found him holding blossoms, so I grinned. "You brought me blossoms." Sean shouted, "No, so who the F are they from?" I was dumbfounded and told him genuinely, "I don't know, likely only a fan." He tossed the joined card at me. I got it to peruse it, and he slapped me so hard I raised a ruckus around town. Sean shouted, "Who the F were you with an evening or two ago?" I looked down at the card that was lying straight away to me, and it read, "An evening or two ago" was astonishing. We should rehash it graciously, and it deteriorates. Kim attempted to make sense of her side of the story, yet Sean didn't give her a chance. Rather, he said, "That is not how this works. You have my kid. You don't contact anybody except if I permit it." Wow, she kept composing. Diddy got my espresso cup and pummeled it against the wall. Espresso flew wherever he shouted. Who the heck this man thinks he is at this point? Diddy was gaining influence, however. Kim figured out how to get her 2 words in. She said it was only espresso with the maker. It was nothing she made sense of. They got together to talk about perhaps me featuring in one more film that he needs to produce. Yet did that help what is happening? Sean detonated much more. He needs to put the "continue on my effing family" as loud as possible. My entire family flipped the table over, breaking it. It was a weighty table. However, Sean is more grounded than he looks. I begged him, "Sean, please." He shouted at me what I made in an honest effort to quiet him down. He presumably didn't realize it didn't come up. "You're openly dating somebody else," so he shouted at me, and it some way or another appeared to be considerably more serious. "So you didn't let him know." Ease off, and afterward, out of nowhere, he hit me with a seat. I don't recall anything after that until I awakened in a clinic room, and later that it was sweet dreams for Watchmen. The next time she opened her eyes, she was in the emergency clinic, encompassed by white walls and, furthermore, white sheets. My arm was in a cast, swinging from a sling. My face hurt, and my eyebrow was in tremendous torment, similar to my lip. As I came to the primary face I saw, it was of the man that put me here. Sean asked with worry in his voice, "How are you feeling?" I answered, "Avoid me," yet seeing Kim in a clinic outfit caused Diddy to do a total 180. He apologized, however. What benefit was his conciliatory sentiment at the point when you and I both realized that he didn't plan to change as indicated by Dorman? Diddy said, "I don't have any idea what came over me." However, she was apprehensive for her well-being on the grounds that they were in a confidential medical clinic room and nobody would hear me. I could shout like my life relied upon it. Yet it wouldn't matter as she lay in the clinic bed. The performer purportedly said, "I was simply so envious. You know how I'm heartbroken, child. I guarantee I won't ever put my hands on you again." I swear she reviewed thinking, "I've heard this melody one as well." Ordinarily Watchmen then, at that point, composed, she was concerned. Diddy could lie and say she had an auto collision guaranteeing he told her they'll feel sorry for you, that you hit your head. He was going to make me look psycho. They planned to accept him. He was a head honcho. Yet, she said, Calm spent the following a half year helping me recuperate and working his way back into my life and into my bed. I was so moronic, and obviously I wasn't project for one or the other film from what I comprehend. The maker passed on from pneumonia. Ooh, that is screwed up on so many a couple of pages of levels. And this, the book Radar Online hasn't distributed the whole thing. However, they are going to underwrite. He title, Kim's Last Words, A Venture for Equity, from the opposite side, so perhaps look out. Yet we should plunk down briefly and put our heads down. I mean, there's no denying that none of what Kim worked sounds out of character for Diddy. We, as a whole, know about effed up things he did to Cassie. So why would Kim's story be any unique? Hell, throughout the long-term, people who had been near the couple have recounted how crazy Diddy was tied in with controlling Kim, regardless of whether he was dating another son. He couldn't relinquish her, going similarly as to keep an eye on her and take out any potential darlings. This is what one of her companions, Sahara, needed to say. They're not together, be that as it may. It was practically similar to As Were They Together. I could have done without the dynamic of how the situation was playing out. Like, I knew that it was causing her aggravation, fundamentally, and she was like nearly stayed with him. It's not like you have this accomplice that like deals with you like and afterward you continue on. It's like you have this accomplice that deals with you like she and won't let you continue on. Like, if assuming that she was seeing someone and he got a whiff of that some way or another, she wouldn't be seeing that individual any longer, and it did not depend on something she did. It was in view of something he would do. Like, there was no way on the planet that she would have been ready to get hitched, be with another man, be it simply not a chance on the planet. Like, it was never going to occur. Yet her companions are moreover saying something different. Something about Kim not composing a book, definitely, as per a few people who were near the entertainer. The tale about Kim dealing with a tell-all book in the days paving the way to her passing is a gigantic lia. There's Sahara. For one, she could have told the truth about the abuse. However, when it came to the book, she said that it doesn't exist and that Kim could never try to think of one about the dad of her children. And when I tell you she was so correct, or kick the bucket, like there's like bits of gossip on the web saying like Kim Watchman was composing a book. She wasn't composing a book, Vanessa. She was like faithful deep down, like she was not that sort of individual. She was not composing a book about Puffin. The event that she planned to compose a book, she would have composed a book 500 quite a while back and not managed his butt. You understand what I mean? She was never at any point in a million years going to compose a book about him, right? And I recall once I asked him, I resemble, do you think he killed Tupac? She resembles, not a chance. No chance. She goes, Sahara, trust me, absolutely no chance. And I'm like, you sure about that? She was correct. Or bite the dust for him, she was right, or bite the dust for him. Even, however, she like sort of couldn't stand his guts as well. Yet she needed to maintain some kind of control for her family. However, I realized that she was astonished by him, the entire like love family act. All that was complete. In the meantime, one more companion by the name of Midnight Electra wrote in an IG present, I'm continuing express this as uproarious as I can. Kim Dorman never drafted nor composed a book journal or original copy. In the meantime, she composed a subtitle saying, presently it going crazy. There is no book there. Never was. A few individuals kept on talking about and spread outright lies with respect to this secret original copy, as though it were valid individuals. It's not Kim Co. I'd never do such a thing. And that is the genuine to God truth. God realizes reality. Thus does she concerning me. I could never have another individual call my telephone or send me a text about this without dispelling any confusion. Any regrettable input or remarks on this post will get no reaction, but God favor you. The fact of the matter is the truth. Be honored and think about who we found in the remark segment. Misa Hilton, Diddy's other child mom, who moreover endured at his hands, was close with Kim, and her numerous interjection marks appear to allude to the way that she also doesn't accept that Kim composed a detailed storybook. Be that as it may, we should contemplate this briefly in the event that Kim was composing a book. Would she have told individuals around her? I mean, she exists in Diddy's reality, and he had associations he could ruin her best companions and take out possible darlings in the flicker of an eye. He was prepared to doing anything. So would Kim have seen as an individual? She could confide in these conditions. One individual remarked, if Kim was without a doubt composing a book, these are clearly not the S. Ord of companions, she would tell hell a few fans imagined that Diddy could have paid off these supposed companions. And taking into account that this all went down when Diddy was at the highest point of this game. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.